Hello, beautiful souls. This is Elena Maria Fouché with Mindfulness Made Easy. I want to talk a little bit about why we don't practice mindfulness. Even if we know from experience that it's good for us, sometimes we still resist actually practicing. This is somewhat common among my clients, and there's really two ways to look at this. Why we don't practice. And it's thinking about resistances or what's blocking us from practice. And we can think about those blocks or those resistances in two ways. We can divide them up. So the first kind of resistance is unconscious resistance. This is unconscious beliefs that we have about what will happen if we meditate. And of course, it's unconscious, so we don't even realize that we have this belief. We don't even realize that we have a belief that's really in the way and blocking us. So of course, how do we figure out something we're not aware of? Well, try this. Think about why you want to meditate. For a lot of us, it's because we want to reduce our stress. And now think about, what will you lose if you meditate? What will happen if your stress goes down? What are you going to lose? What's not going to be there? And you might be surprised to realize that you think if you're not stressed, you're going to lose your edge. You might think if you're not stressed, you're not going to be as productive. You're not going to be as motivated. You might think that stress is part of your motivation. If you have this unconscious belief, of course, who wants to be less motivated? Who wants to be less productive? No one. So you are going to unconsciously stop yourself from practicing. These are a bit tricky to figure out and to really see. So give yourself some time. Ask yourself that question. And ask yourself similar questions. Why do I think reducing stress is good? And what could be bad about reducing stress? Questions like that. Okay. So that's for the unconscious part. That's for the first part of resistances or blocks. The second part is that we could be resisting things in the actual process of meditating. What do I mean by that? Well, maybe we think that actually meditating takes too long, it's inconvenient, it's boring, it's hard. So these kinds of resistances are resistances to actually doing the practice itself. So this stops me because maybe I don't think I have enough time. Maybe I think most days of the week, I'm just too busy. How am I going to squeeze it into my schedule? Well, the fun thing about this that you can do is you can create little goals for yourself and kind of challenge those beliefs. You could decide, all right, in general, on average, I only practice twice a week. And I'd really like to practice more, but I have this resistance. I think it's too hard. So you could decide, all right, I'm going to practice 3 times a week and see how that goes. Now, if you do this, then give yourself an end date. Yeah? We really thrive on challenge. And part of the reason we thrive with challenge is because we know when we get there that we've done it. So you need to know where you're going. Give yourself an end date, a time by which you can say, yeah, I did it. Okay? So if you're going to challenge yourself to practice 3 times a week, decide how long you're going to do it. How many weeks are you going to do that? 1, 2, maybe even 3. And then track yourself on a calendar. Mark on a calendar every time you do it for that 1, 2, or 3 weeks. And when you get to the end, celebrate. Do a little happy dance. Feel that big sense of accomplishment. Maybe take yourself out for coffee. Go have lunch with a friend. Take your dog to a park you don't normally go to. Whatever it is, really enjoy it. And why not? Because life is fun, and you might as well enjoy all these little accomplishments that you can give yourself. Hope that helps. Have fun, and see you next time.